What's the deal? It's your boy LifeOfADon, back on this beautiful Saturday. Shout out to each and every one of y'all locking in with me at home, trying to figure out the next move. Having thoughts of getting out here on this road, putting it all on the line to get paid, escaping 9 to 5. Shout out to y'all, man. Comment, like, subscribe. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I found myself not lacking the motivation, but overwhelmed with things going on in my life. One of the main things I want to do is always get on here and have something to say, have some gems. Today I wanted to discuss, the worst part about having contracts. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the most difficult things about being in a business, right? Because when you work your 9 to 5, right, you're gonna get paid every week. You know that you're gonna have a set schedule. When you jump out here and you get in the game, you don't know when your next dollar is gonna come. So you gotta remain humble, you know what I'm saying? And you gotta understand that what you get in is what you put out. And sometimes you can put as much energy and put so much into this that you don't feel the upside. You know what I'm saying? It might take you years to feel like, okay, I'm the fruits of my labor, the hard work that I've been putting in is definitely rewarding itself, and that shit takes time. In some cases, everybody's situation is different. That's why I don't really like when people ask me, well, how much do you make? Just because this is what I make, it doesn't necessarily mean that's what you're going to make. You know what I'm saying? You might make more than me. You know what I'm saying? I might make more than you. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. What are the steps and the principles to get to this point? And you got to dedicate yourself. And you can go on Indeed. You can find these contracts. You can take the drug test. You can do all the trainings, everything in the world. And then you run into some dispatchers that might not like you for whatever reason, or other dispatchers or other managers made it known that, you're their guy, you know what I'm saying? And they might not like that because they're homie. They want them to be the guy. Like, you see what I'm saying? So it's like, the hardest part is getting contracts and losing them. And I'm gonna tell you how different ways you can lose these contracts when you're dealing with, courier businesses and stuff like that, right? The way you can lose contracts is the dispatchers. You wanna know why? Because the dispatchers, they can freeze you out. They can dislike you for whatever the reason, and they can be like, you know what? Fuck this guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not giving him loads. I've been in situations where other, drivers heard other people conversate, oh, we giving them jobs again? Oh, we can start giving him jobs? When we start giving him jobs again? And you starving, you got bills, you got your, you know what I'm saying? You got things going on. You're supposed to call in for work. You call in for work and people tell you they got nothing, or they gonna hit you up. But they have work. They decide that they don't want to give it to you because they not fucking with you right now. That can kill your business. That can hurt your pockets. I see this happen to people all the time. It happened to me multiple times. You know what I'm saying? That's why you gotta find a good way of being aggressive, but not overly aggressive. You gotta find that fine line where people know that they can't fuck with you because you carry a certain level of dignity and respect, confidence in you. But that confidence and, having an understanding of knowing your worth, right? That can also get you froze out. Because they can bring some drivers in that don't know no better, that they can pay, $20, $30 an hour, and they thinking that $30 an hour is something good because they left their 9 to 5 and they wasn't making $30 an hour. When in all actuality, they could have been paying me hundreds of dollars that day. But instead of paying me hundreds of dollars, they're going to pay somebody else that is willing to take $30 an hour. Right? A company can come in. A lot of these courier companies are third party. You know what I'm saying? They connected. They have their direct contract with these companies, these brands. But at any given time, if they're charging too much, which is another thing, people get paid a certain rate, get more money on that rate, and then still give you the same rate. Just like brokers, they get their number, they get their percentage. You know, then the shippers, they get their percentage, and then the driver gets the remainder of the shit. You see what I'm saying? We're getting fucked so many different ways, pause, like, you know what I mean? But we take it because this is a part of the business. We understand, you know, that's why I said don't never think about what somebody else got. Don't ever worry about how much this person is getting off of this percentage or that percentage. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever pocket watch what's going on with somebody else. Just worry about what you getting. And understanding that, yo, you got to save your money to your best ability, because if something goes wrong with your car, with your van, with your box truck, with your semi, you know, that's something that you got to make sure that you're on top of or ahead of, because if not, they're going to go to somebody else for another contract. You know what I'm saying? And if they can pay less, they're going to find somebody that can pay less. And they might have a conversation with you if they really fuck with you and let you know, like, yo, somebody came in at a cheaper rate, cheaper number. I just wanted to know, like, if you can honor this, because we ain't want to just, you know, cut you out the deal, which that happened before with me also. And I appreciate them because they ain't had to say nothing. When another company just come in, change management, or come in and, you know, find a better contract that makes sense to them, and it doesn't matter, none of the work that you've done to matter. Somebody that brought you out, beat you out, either that or dispatchers literally cut you out of the deal, bring other drivers in. You see what I'm saying? And now you just sitting there trying to figure out your next move. The anxiety, the pressure, the depression, all that shit can happen with that. So that's the hardest part about this shit. The hardest part of it is putting all your work in, all your effort in, your labor in, your wear and tear in this, and then somebody can either outbid you on a contract or dispatchers can freeze you the fuck out. This is why I always say never be exclusive. When you come into these contracts, like in general, I started working with airspace and now I got another direct shipper. You know what I'm saying? And airspace has been good to me. So outside of airspace, the direct vibes, I got a few direct shippers. They all know my schedule. They all know what I got going on. And I'm about to start with another company actually this Monday. And I say all that to say that I got 5 to 6 contracts and one of them is trash because of everything that I'm telling you right now. So I'm not going to disclose the company because I don't have no ill will towards them, because at the end of the day, this shit is about networking. This shit is about relationships. And it's also about knowing your worth and being honest and telling people, yo, I work with different companies. Unless y'all want to give me a certain number, I'm not exclusive. Why? It takes away the pressure of feeling like, you know, you put all your eggs in one basket and just working with one company. Unless it's really, really, really good money and it makes sense and you're building a great rapport. But you need to always have something lined up. And that's not on them. It's up to you. My last direct shipper, he kept it a bean. He said, yo, I don't have something every day. When I have it, it's good. It's good money. And I treat my guys good. And I also pay you every Monday. So I'm like, damn, I can get every Monday check. I can get my Tuesday lump sum check once a month because I do a net 30 with one of my direct shippers. And then I can turn around and get paid every Friday or every other Friday with airspace. I'm like, all right, this is a good situation. You do all these things to get in position, to get ahead. You cannot put all your eggs in one basket. You cannot be mad at the dispatchers if they say fuck you. Because at the end of the day, if they say fuck you, it's fuck you. There's nothing you can do about it. There is absolutely nothing you can do about it. But the only thing that you can do is make sure you have multiple contracts. How do you get contracts? You go on Indeed. You look in your area. You cold call. CB driver. These people post shit every day. It might not be nothing on there for weeks, for months. But that one day pop up, you want to be that first one. Or use Chat GPT. Or use that AI. Get you a cover letter and help you with your resume. Make it look professional. Attach it to your account Every time you got an application come through, hit that button. It's going to update that shit and send it immediately. Use these key tools. Use these key tools to your advantage. You want to know what van to get? Search on all the apps. Search in your area. Get the VIN number. Start calling insurance. See how much the insurance is for the commercial. See how much the insurance for the 100K, 300K. See which ones make sense. See what jobs is in your area. If you want to get out here and do it. But once you get out here and you do all that hard work and all that sweat equity, and a motherfucking dispatcher say, fuck you, you're done. That shit over with. That shit is over with. You're a chalk. Unless you got to go in there and, you know what I'm saying, plead your case, do what you got to do. You know what I mean? I'll let the man, whatever. You are chalked. You know what I'm saying? Until they say you're not. So in the meantime, bro, you got to find other place. You got to find other place. Because just like any other business, this shit is hard. Every business you start is hard. Every business has ups and downs. Ain't no business easy. It don't matter how, you know, much money you make. Even if you make money, if you don't properly save and do what you're supposed to do, for all your expenses and everything you got going on, and how fast you live, if you live in that fast life, you can make 6 figures in it, and it doesn't even seem like you made that because you spending so much money. So like I said, man, tighten the fuck up before you get out here. I'm not trying to discourage anybody because I feel like everybody has a shot and opportunity to make it, but you also got an opportunity to fucking fail. And you might fail until you start making it, but it's okay as long as you make it in the end. This your boy, man, LifeOfADon. Delivering this order right now. It's been a great week. 2,500 this week. Local, not too bad on my expenses. My expenses wasn't too crazy at all as far as gas and everything like that, opposed to what I made. So I'm absolutely appreciative. And we're going to keep getting it. We're going to keep getting this money. We're going to keep hustling. If you out here, man, like I said, I got to be 1,000% truthful to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I got to make sure I give y'all the real game, man. And like I told my wife, this is your dream and it's something that you want. It ain't no quitting. You know what I'm saying? Everything ain't gonna always be what you want it to be. You always gonna dislike something about something. You're not gonna 100% like anything or anybody. You're gonna dislike something about whatever. You know what I'm saying? So just make sure you put yourself in a position where you can eat. If somebody frees you out, it's cool. You still got money and got other things on the other side. When this shit turn back around, it'll turn back around. But just stay humble, stay positive. Because at the end of the day, if you stressed out and you out here on this road, it's just you on the road. It's just you on the road. You can't run from your emotions. You can't run from your thoughts when you're out here. It ain't that many podcasts in the world. Eventually, that music shit, you're going to just need a break. It's going to be you and your thoughts. So you make sure you got a clear mind when you're out here on this road. Make sure you always got multiple contracts. Make sure if you want to be exclusive, make sure that shit is worth your while. Make sure it's worth, you know what I'm saying, whatever you need it to be. And if you feel like you want to get into this and you feel like this was an eye-opener, if you feel like I gave you some real information, man, get with me, man. Comment in the bottom, man. Comment, get with me. It's your boy, man. I'm back, man. Got a couple more videos dropping. I've been recording again. Been a little busy. I'm about to start dropping. See, so I'm gonna pick up the energy, man. One.